Hi everyone, Jim with CD Nova Instruments again, and today we're looking at the Thermo PDM 3600. This is a particulate monitor. This was designed specifically for the coal mining industry, coal dust and coal mining industry. And I'll just give you a bit of a look from above so you can see what this unit looks like. So you can see there's the PDM 3600, and it has an umbilical attached to it. Come around the side. So right here is an umbilical. It comes off, and this is the sample tube. This is where the sample will come in through this right here, just below this headlamp. This light here. There's a sample tube entrance here. Sample travels down the umbilical and into the unit right there. So I just wanted to give you a quick view of what that looked like from above. We'll just go back down to the front of the unit. So this unit, give you a side view, has a battery charging port right here, and that's what all these little copper looking terminals are here, and they give you a cable which looks like this, and on this cable there's several pins. You can see that's why these terminals look like they do. These pins will made up to this terminal block. It just simply screws on to here, and that's the charging adapter right there. And they give you a cable which will then go over to this battery charging device right here. Back it up a bit. So this is the battery charger for the PDM 3600. So you have this multi-pin cable which will plug into here, power the unit up. You'll have a charging light. Red is charging, green is fully charged, and it will just simply connect through this power adapter cable, and that will charge the internal battery on this PDM 3600. So that's what this cable is right here. This adapter, this multi-pin charging cable right here. And the other thing they have, I'll give you a close-up of that light again. So this is the umbilical I was looking at just a few minutes ago. The sample inlet passes in through right near the headlamp. This is the pump will draw a sample right through this port here, and it will travel in and down this long umbilical and into the unit. It measures particulate in micrograms per cubic meter. Now this headlamp is intended to mount on your hard hat. You can turn this on. So if you're working underground, typically in the coal mine application, it has a low beam, it has a high beam, and off again, low, high, off. So you can mount it on your shoulder just to give you some more light. Wherever you wanted that sample to be taken in. If you wanted closer to your waist, you can mount it down there, or on your shoulder height, or on your hard hat. This is a bracket that can clip onto your hard hat, and sample will just simply enter in through this port right by the lamp, and then into the PDM 3600 particulate monitor. So that's looking at the front of the unit. This is the back where the charging port is connected. There's a strap assembly which comes with this thing. It's you can loop it through here for a shoulder, carried by shoulder strap. It's the side of the unit, and then the other side, the bottom. So looking at the front of this unit, it shows 30-minute concentration. It's not running right now. It's just I've had it turned off. There's a wake up A button, B scroll button. You can scroll through the submenus, shift limit, percent of limit, elapse time, program time, and back to 30-minute concentration. If you hold both of these buttons down at the same time, it gives you another submenu that you can look through. You can you can reset the sample. B is more options. You can stop sampling, view errors, or exit. and back to reset sample. So I can go view, exit, hit A, and I'm back to the main screen again. So not very complicated to navigate through the menus on this unit, very simple. Analog output connector here. And this unit, if anyone's familiar with the TEOM series of particulate monitors from Thermo, TEOM is TEOM, and that stands for Tapered Element Oscillating Microbalance. And that technology is in another ambient air monitor that Thermo manufactures, and it's incorporated, that technology is incorporated into this PDM 3600. And by that I can show you the side of this unit has this little string attached to this lever right here, and if I pull that, it's a release lever, and I could turn the unit on its side, and you can see this module right here. There. By releasing that lever, I'm now able to pull this module out, and this is where that TEOM, that tapered element oscillating microbalance, is located. So this is the sensor that measures the particulate dust coming down through the sample input, through that headlamp I showed you. So what you're looking at here is a filter, a sample filter. So sample air will pass down through the tube inside this unit, straight down through this filter. So air sample will pass through this filter, and any particulate in the air sample will be collected on the top of this filter. And what happens is there's a, I can show you, I can take the filter out. This is just simply a filter removal tool, and I can just simply scoop that filter off. I'll just show it to you there, and that's all it is. That's all the filter is right there. What you're looking at now is the tapered element right here. So when they say tapered element oscillating microbalance, this is actually a microbalance that's oscillating at a set frequency. I can see it vibrate when I flip it. So that's oscillating at a set frequency, and as particulate lands on this filter, the change in frequency can be interpreted into particulate. So that's how it would measure it. You're not supposed to touch that with your finger. You're supposed to just simply push it down with the filter tool. So that oscillating frequency, that filter is oscillating at a set frequency, vibrating. And as particulate lands on this filter, it slows down the frequency or changes the frequency. So the difference in frequency to the set frequency that is able to determine the particulate matter in the air. It's ingenious. So this is the tapered element oscillating microbalance I was talking about. It's a smaller, compact version of its bigger brother unit that they have, the model 1405 TEOMs. But they've packaged this thing very brilliantly into this small package and into the coal mining industry. So it's to a unit that's compact and they can take down into the mines. You can also walk around outside into open pit mines with this unit. And it just shows exposure limits to the operators, how much exposure there is to the dust that they're working in. So to put this unit back together, simply put this sensor in. There's a connector on here which has to line up with the connector inside. So you have to make sure that you've got it set right before you push it back in. You can push it back in as far as it'll go. You can turn this lever back down to lock it into place. So you've got the tapered element module back in the bottom of the PDM 3600. Now you can turn it back over again. I've got an E flashing because I had that sensor out. It just said it didn't like that when I pulled it out. It says I can't see it anymore. I can go through the options. I can view errors. It says tapered element not detected. That's why that E is flashing. Press it again, and back to the main menu. If we look one more time, we'll go more options, view errors, and exit. Right there. So that is the PDM 3600 dust monitor, made specifically for the coal mining industry, underground coal mines, for dust exposure. And this is the battery charger again. I can just take a top unit view. There's the PDM, the battery charger, Here's the filter removal tool I just used to take off that tapered element filter. And there's the lamp, the light lamp, and the sample input where the particulate passes into the unit. And then again, there's that battery charge connector right there. So again, the PDM 3600. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thank you.